It started 3 years ago, and today the COVID-19 public health emergency officially came to an end.
That's right, and KCAU-9 News reporter Tyler Euchner explains now how the pandemic impacted Sioux City officials. It's our top story at 6.
Thanks, Tim and Sophie. On March 20th, 2020, Woodbury County experienced its first COVID-19.
It was interesting because I just returned from a week of vacation the 1st of March, and at that point in time it had just kind of hit within the state of Iowa.
As businesses shut down and folks were told to avoid large gatherings, Sioux City Mayor Pro Tem Dan Moore remembers what it was like to work during the beginning of the pandemic.
I remembered walking to city council meetings from my office, masking up, going into City Hall, and no one's there. And even some of our council members participated remotely. And it was just very, it was very eerie. It was very eerie not to have people.
Late January of 2020, COVID-19 was declared a public health emergency by the federal government.
In the beginning, it was so much about the contact on surfaces and the length, they projected that it lived. The basically transmissibility, what's the right length or direction of social distancing. Then as it moved forward within the science, we learned it wasn't always necessarily the number of feet you were from someone, but many times it was the length of the time you spent with someone.
Now with better knowledge and the experience of living through a pandemic, health and city leaders say they are better prepared for the future.
I think we have the structure in place, the infrastructure. If we have something similar that we're facing, I think we have the infrastructure in place to do a really good job of setting up and moving forward.
This is the first time we had gone into, for example, the online appointment scheduling. It wasn't the smoothest in the beginning, but we were getting people in for appointments. Well, we now have built the expertise and ability to be able to continue that with many of our services.
According to the Siouxland District Health Department, 67% of residents in Woodbury County have received at least one of their COVID-19 vaccines. Live from the newsroom, Tyler Euchner, KCAU 9 News.